I speak like a restless scientist, my thoughts racing faster than lightning. I chase the invisible forces that shape reality, just like Newton hunting gravity in the silence of his room. Madness? Maybe. But in every failed experiment, I hear the universe whisper secrets. My hands shake, not from fear, but from pure curiosity. I mix formulas at midnight, laughing at the sparks they create. I never feared failure. I feared being ordinary. Einstein scribbled equations like poetry. They told me to sleep. But how can I? Gravity is whispering to me again. Newton spent nights alone, punching numbers like a warrior of knowledge. I feel his ghost beside me. Equations march across my notebook like soldiers preparing for war. Every spark from my experiment is a heartbeat. I wonder, does the universe feel pain when we try to understand it? I warmed metal until it screamed. I froze water until it cracked like glass. I tested pressure, sound, light. Everything bends if you push it far enough. The world calls us mad because we don't accept the rules. I call it curiosity. Einstein bent time. Newton bent gravity. I want to bend reality itself until it tells me the truth hiding inside. Electricity crawled across my fingertips like a living creature. I didn't run. I reached out to feel it. Every experiment is a conversation with nature. Some scientists listen quietly, but I scream back at it. That is how discoveries are made. Sparks, danger, and courage. I'm not searching for answers. I'm daring the universe to challenge me first. In the lab silence, I hear stars moving. My heart beats like a ticking clock, measuring theories. Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." I agree. Knowledge explains the world, but imagination changes it. We are explorers of invisible lands, building bridges between numbers and dreams. I don't want safety. I want discovery. I spilled chemicals once, and the floor began to smoke like dragon breath. Everyone panicked. I laughed. For a moment, I felt the birth of a new law of nature. Accidents are not failures. They are invitations. Experiments speak in explosions, not words. And if we listen carefully, sometimes the universe shouts the answer right in our face. I tape equations to my wall like battle plans. I talk to them like old friends. I ask gravity how it truly feels. I ask time why it refuses to stop. Sometimes I think my mind is too loud. But Einstein said, logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. So I pack my theories like luggage and travel through possibility. People say scientists are serious. They're wrong. We are wild thinkers, hunters of invisible beasts. Newton studied comets like they were ancient myths. I feel that same fire when I stare into the sky. Every star looks like a locked door. And I'm the scientist with shaking hands holding the key made from questions. Sometimes I wonder, does the universe know I'm chasing it? When my experiment fails, I feel it laughing. So I build again. Stronger, wilder. Einstein rewrote space. Newton rewrote motion. And I will rewrite possibility. Not because I'm wise, but because I'm stubborn. Curiosity burns louder than fear. That is my true fuel. I tested sound waves today. They move like invisible snakes. I screamed equations into the microphone just to see how the air would react. The frequency danced wildly, almost alive. Maybe everything is listening. Maybe atoms have memories. Sometimes I think experiments are not about proving theories. They are about starting conversations with existence itself. My hands shake when I calculate speed of light. Not from fear, but from respect. Einstein didn't slow down when the world doubted him. He accelerated toward truth. That's what real scientists do. We don't follow paths, we build them. One equation at a time. One sleepless night after another. Sanity is optional. Curiosity is destiny. I once stayed awake 3 days. Coffee became my blood. My notebook was filled with symbols I don't remember writing. When I looked closer, they formed a new pattern, a rhythm, something beyond logic. Sometimes madness builds bridges that sanity cannot. Einstein had dreams that guided science. Newton found gravity in silence. I found new ideas in exhaustion. I walked outside at night and felt gravity differently, like it was pulling at my thoughts. Newton must have felt that too when the apple dropped. Every force of nature has a personality. Pressure is aggressive. Magnetism is patient. Light is playful. I treat them not as rules, but characters. And every experiment is like meeting them personally. Temperature fascinates me. Heat moves like anger. Cold moves like silence. I held ice in one hand and fire in the other. They didn't fight. They balanced. That's when I learned science isn't chaos. It's harmony wearing a disguise. So I stopped chasing answers. Instead, I started listening, because even flames tell secrets if we don't scream over them. My friend asked why scientists are always alone. I said we're not lonely. We're surrounded by questions. They keep us company. They push us forward. Einstein walked miles just thinking. Newton waited years to publish Gravity. They weren't alone. They were surrounded by mysteries waiting for courage. That is the only true companionship of genius. I built a machine to measure fear. It detected mine instantly, but I kept adjusting the knobs, chasing clarity in chaos. A brave scientist doesn't escape fear. He negotiates with it. Even Einstein trembled during lectures. Even Newton doubted his own theories. Madness is not lack of fear. It is working with it, hand in hand, into discovery. Time is my enemy and closest friend. It ages my body, but sharpens my theories. I write fast because the universe moves quickly. Einstein made time flexible, but I want to make it visible. I dream of catching a moment, holding it still, like freezing light itself. Madness? Maybe. But science was always the art of the impossible. I dropped objects today from different heights to honor Newton's law. But something strange happened. One object hesitated, as if confused by gravity. My heart pounded. Maybe laws of nature are not fixed. Maybe they negotiate. I ran the experiment again and again, because when nature hesitates, that is when history begins. I wondered if light has emotions. So I split it with a prism, and colors spilled like feelings. Red shouted, blue whispered, green searched for balance. Maybe physics is poetry we don't understand yet. Einstein saw beauty in equations. Newton saw order in chaos. I see a symphony waiting for a conductor, and I intend to lead it. Every scientist battles silence. The moment nothing works. The moment doubt becomes heavy. I faced it last night. Equations refused to cooperate. I almost quit. But then I remembered. Breakthroughs are not born from success. They rise from frustration. That means failure isn't a wall. It's a doorway, and I chose to walk through. I heard electricity buzzing like a heartbeat. I followed the sound. It led me to a circuit I didn't design. So I asked, is the universe experimenting too? Maybe we're not inventing science. We're discovering messages that were always here. Einstein listened. Newton listened. Now it's my turn. Every spark might be a sentence in nature's language. I tested magnetism today. Two objects refused to touch, yet desperately reached for each other. It felt like emotion, attraction without contact, like love at a scientific level. Maybe physics and feelings are not opposites. Maybe they dance together. If Einstein could bend time, perhaps we can bend destiny too, with enough courage. I don't want fame. I don't want peace. I want truth, even if it breaks my mind. Newton chased falling apples. Einstein chased speed of light. I chase the voice of reality itself, and maybe that makes me mad. But history was never made by calm minds. Science is rebellion. Curiosity is revolution. And this lab is my battlefield.